Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG. This one's located on the northeast corner of Mannheim Line, otherwise known as Arctic Region, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and it's his first and only entry for this week's competition. Game on! Well, we've got a two replay video for you, so you get to enjoy first the GW Panther, and then Angelina's managed to get a replay out as well, even though she's still unwell and still recovering. Now, 15cm howitzer mounted on top of the Panther hull. It's actually quite powerful, 600 alpha, 39mm pen, 7.2 meters on the burst radius, between 10 and 18 seconds of stun, and the enemy has managed to make it all the way over to the middle of the map. You can see there straight away they've got an AMX 1357. He's doing a bit of spotting there on that middle rock. Rounds out. Well, that definitely cost him, because that's 220 hit points of damage, and we're changing position to avoid counter battery. Now, the Mannheim Line is actually in Finland, and this was part of the Winter War and also the continuation war afterwards in 1939 to 1940, and then obviously when World War II broke out proper, it continued. Tornvan rounds out. Direct hit for 234, and we're changing position again. Now, as I've mentioned many times, actually, I wish Wargaming would actually get the horsepower of this vehicle right, because in actual fact, the Panther that would have gone to be used by the GW Panther would have had the full power. Yes, they actually had a turbocharger in the engine on the standard Panther, but for some reason, Wargaming decided to take that out for the GW Panther, which is one of the reasons why it's so slow and sluggish. It's a bit unfair, really. Well, that shell unfortunately didn't get anywhere. You can also see that there's no tanks on our team down at the South Pass now, so the ELC M90 is falling back, but we do have a couple of tanks that might be able to do something, a Kilana and a Hellcat. In the meantime, we're actually changing position, which is a bit dangerous because there's a Scorpion nearby, and that is the Tier 8 Scorpion, I think. Just checking. Yeah, it is the Tier 8 Scorpion. 128mm gun. Yes, he's decided that he ought to actually be a little closer to the gap area, and if he gets around this corner, he will be closer, plus of course he gets some protection because he can't be seen easily by that Scorpion. Much better position, this one. Okay, he's ready to go, and look at that lineup. Perfect on the King Tiger captured. Rounds out. Direct hit with the first shot, 212, and he tracked him. You can see the shell actually landed on the upper plate. In fact, two shells have landed on the upper plate of that guy. Now lining up on the T-44, but that King Tiger captured, so tempting as a target. Okay, which one's he going to go for? King Tiger captured. He's loaded, but he's just making his mind up. Rounds out the Slav. Not sure if he actually hit that one. I think he probably would have got some splash at the very least, and of course that helps if you're going to try and get a Confederate. You need to hit as many enemy tanks as you can to get a Confederate, but it's such a valuable medal to get. It not only proves that you've done your job, and oh, that was a direct hit by the Lorraine. It not only proves you've done your job, but it actually does whittle away the enemy's strength bit by bit, enabling your teammates to actually get easy kills from stunned tanks. See that the Kilana and the Super Hellcat are doing their job very well. Rounds out. And that one landed alongside the King Tiger captured. Meanwhile, on the top end of the map, over on the far west side, we can see they've got an SFD somewhere amongst those rocks. It's 4-star guys to pull back temporarily. Rounds out. Man's in front of them, so they would have protected the SFB from any damage. And in the meantime, that was the Lorraine hitting the King Tiger captured, and he just used his repair kit, which means, or his first aid kit, which means he won't have the ability to get rid of stun if another round goes in. Despite the number of tanks that are actually going down, including that SFV on the west side, the fact of the matter is that the scores, well, they're almost even. We're just one up on the enemy at the moment. Still Waffenträger on the move. Tried to line him up, but rounds out. Oh, that worked! He stopped temporarily, and the moment he did, the shell landed next to him, and that was the end of his game. As you can see, we've got the concentration skill working right down at the bottom, and that means the dispersion is decreased when you're firing from a stationary vehicle. No sign of the King Tiger captured now, but our ELC's going up for a quick look. I get the feeling he won't find him there, because I suspect he's probably gone back. Yes, he did go back. He's actually gone down to the south part. And it looks like he's now trying to protect his cap area. But he's suddenly seen the ELC who's coming up fast on him. And we've got the Scorpion in our sights. And the King Tiger captured has been wiped out by the ELC. So 3 shots did work. Rounds out. Unfortunately, that one fell short. And I suspect it actually hit the rock face on the duck. The duck is that area around about G3, G4, and of course F4, where the snow forms the shape of a duck. Our corresponding one looks more like a mouse actually than a duck. Well, he's decided to get a lot closer to the enemy, and he's raised his gun and is moving forward. He hasn't got a huge amount of damage or a huge amount of stun assist at the moment. There's still 5 enemies out there, so give him a chance to actually get some more damage on the enemy. They just lost the Saladin. And there's the M12. He's just been spotted, so we're dialing in on him. And he's gone. So we're looking around for the other Arty, which in this game happens to be a GW Tiger P. And apparently he's been spotted. Oh, unfortunately no damage on that one. Landed far enough away. And he is taking damage now, which means that probably he's going to go down very shortly. And that means there's only 2 enemy left, a T-44 and the Scorpion. And we know where the Scorpion is, but the T-44 could be approaching our cap area, so it might be a good idea to get out of dodge. In fact, yes he is, he's directly behind us. I was right, he's just been spotted as he's moving. The Lorraine's moving for cover. The T-44 will probably try to catch up with us, but I think he'll be distracted by Lorraine. In fact, he has already hit the Lorraine once. There's only the T-44 left in the game. Our teammates are moving in to try and intercept him. And unfortunately, he's gone up on the heights to attack the Lorraine. As you can see there, he has actually killed him. But so long as we stay alive, we'll deny him a medal. Now he is full health, actually, that nearly full health, that T-44. Makes you wonder what he's been doing all battle if he's still got most of his hit points. That's a hit. 244, nice shot. Getting stun assist. Oh, and he goes down, which provides the rest of it as stun assist. And at that moment, we get the communications skill in as well. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second-class tank of a talon1958 of OLIMP in the GW Panther. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7, and he got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. In fact, he only got the single kill, which was the Stiefwaffenträger, where he landed the shell right next door to the guy, and it exploded him. His win rate from that game, 2,178, which is very good indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage because that went to the ELC790. That guy got 2,464 hit points, but he didn't get the high caliber because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage was the M12 on the enemy team with 1,702. And in third place, it was the Type 59 with 1,694 hit points, just beating the Super Hellcat with 1,692. So only 2 hit points in it. And then you can see that Talon managed to get 1,628. So he wasn't too far off. He was actually in 5th place when it came to damage because there was 3 above him in his own team, 1 above him in the enemy team. When it came to kills, though, shared between the ELC790 and the SFV on our own team, and the SFV managed to get an Oskins medal. Now, the Oskins medal, that's for killing 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers with a medium tank, I believe, in one battle, and they have to be at least 1 tier higher. And he also managed to get, well, he got 4 kills, actually. I think maybe the Oskins is for 3 kills, not for 4. So 4 kills for each of those 2 guys. The Type 59 managed to get 2 kills. So did the Scorpion and T44 and the GW Panther Tiger P rather on the enemy team. And you can see that Talon only got the 1 kill. When it came to base XP, he's in 2nd place because the ELC managed 1,252, the only player to get over 1,000 base. And you can see Talon got 2nd place with 784. He fired 13 rounds, which is enough rounds to actually get a decent result. He got 4 direct hits on the enemy, none of them penetrated though, and 8 splash. It's very rare to see a shell from a GW Panther actually penetrate an enemy tank, unless they've got very thin armor, something like a Barask or a light tank of that nature. 8 splashes on the enemy, 1,628 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 7 of the enemy, kill 1, there's the Confederate. And 584 hit points, a stun assist of 7 stuns. And that's why I'm afraid it was only a 2nd class, because there wasn't enough stun assist on this game. Something that Klaus Kellerman's actually been remarking about just recently, that if you fire standard ammo, you've got a chance of getting assist. But if you fire the premium HE, the one without the stun, then obviously you've got much less chance of getting the assist and getting a lower mastery. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 68,229 credits from this game, so good on credits. He did get a 50,000 mission completion bonus though, out of it. And he also took away 2,352 experience points out of the game as well. So all in all, points-wise, it's very good. Unfortunately, it's only a 2nd class, so that sets the standard for Angelina. 2nd class, a bruiser, and a Confederate. So she's got to get at least the 2nd class, a bruiser, and a medal, and a higher win rate than Talon in order to get the take the lead away from him. As I said, we do have a 2nd replay, and that is from Angelina. So let's see if Angelina does manage to beat Talon. The 2nd replay is on the Malinovka map, and we're on the North Spawn. Angelina has chosen to be in the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG, and she's got the stock gun. Game on! Well, those of you who know, the stock gun is actually a 15cm from the Gorilla, the Tier 5 German SPG. It's capable of 480 alpha, 38mm pen, 6.7 meters on the burst radius. Ready to go. Nice position. You know, the Hummel is basically a design that was actually a combination of the Panzer IV, the Panzer IV, and the Panzer III as well, the Panzer III. Well, She managed to get around in there. Unfortunately, we lost our looks. We went in too deep. The VK-2801-105 got tracked, and he's still there. And the looks has turned up from the enemy team. We've got a Valiant and M8A1. Rounds out. Well, lands short. The M8A1 goes in. Oh, he rammed into that M8A1, but it didn't work out so well for him because the M8A1 then took down the VK. And that's a tier 4 tank taking down a tier 6. The Valiant, in the meantime, took out the looks. Rounds out. Lands just behind the M8A1 on the enemy team for 141. If that guy stays there, Angelina might get the kill on the next shot. He's very low on hit points. He's only got 171 left now. He's at 177. That's 171. Rounds out. Here we go. Oh! Right on the rear of him. It was actually 108. That's all he had left. So Angelina's got a kill. Great thing about this this Arty, the Gorilla Arty, the short 15 centimeter, is that it is very accurate. It's got a high trajectory, which means you can loop the shell in on the enemy tank. At T34 up there is a very experienced player, and Angelina's just taken another 34 hit points, landing that shell just behind the windmill. Getting as close as she can to decrease the time between her firing and it landing on the enemy. Okay, there's also, well, the enemy just lost that T-34, but they've got a Rudy, a Polish Rudy over there. Rounds out. She lands a round into him for 156. And he goes down immediately afterwards to our VK-3002M. Well, that is an FB304. That's a tier 6 British SPG hiding in the woods. We're almost about to shoot. It looks like he just took a round. Rounds out. And Angelina finishes him off with a blind kill. Yes, I think he took a round from one of our guys up on top of the hill, and then Angelina's shell finished him off with a splash. One of the really good things about the Hummel was that they could actually take the howitzer out and either use the vehicle for carrying shells around, or alternatively, they could actually swap the howitzer from one vehicle to another. They made 705 in total, and 157 of those were the Munitionstrager, the ammo carriers. You can see those little cans in the side of the vehicle. That's where all the powder charge would go. The shell was actually separate. It was two-part ammunition. But the shell would actually go into the breech, and then they put the powder in those little cans. Just trying to hit the T6 medium. Rounds out. She gets a hit. A big hit for 271. I think we just saw the tracer coming from the enemy RTs just a little further down behind those trees. Okay, Wolverine pokes out. Angelina's almost ready. Fires straight away. And it lands nearby. Now, when they actually made the Hummel, the first 5 actually went to Russia for testing. 500 were completed by June of 1944, so they put them out quite a lot. And they used the same hull for the Nashorn, the or the tank destroyer, by putting an 88mm mount in there and using that to shoot the enemy vehicles. Of course, the 88 was very powerful, but it wasn't quite as powerful as the 15cm. And in fact, actually, the Germans used the Hummel to attack enemy Arty because, of course, it was very accurate. Okay, that chappie just got tracked. Rounds out. Direct hit, 228. Oh, and the next shell that comes in wipes him out, and that was from the Valiant. The Wolverine's gone. There's only 4 enemies left. Now, a tree's gone down there, so somebody might be sitting in that tree. Lining up a shot. Rounds out. Well, she's fired into the tree. There is a T6 medium only a short distance away, so she needs to be careful not to go too close. Oh, she's been spotted. Oh! And it would turn out to be the T6 medium that she obviously would have seen on the mini-map. That guy was still there. In fact, no, that's a different player. So there was more than one T6 medium on the enemy team, both of them in platoon, and they're both very good indeed. And it looks like the other one was waiting for her and hit her with an HE round. It says actually heat, not HE. So she got hit with a heat round. You don't need heat to penetrate a Hummel, but yeah, he got the full effect, and I'm afraid his heat round would have been worth at least 350. And well, that was the end of Angelina's game. Okay, we see the Valiant. He's very low on hit points, and he's been ammo-racked, facing up against this Marder Ackland ICT. The Marder based on the Hetzer hull, but based on the Czech tanks that made at Pilsen. Oh, the 60G rams the Marder from behind, but it's the Valiant that takes the kill. And I think the 60G is under fire from somebody in the woods. Okay, he's going to follow him because he's using the ground to good effect, that 60G. I saw a shell hit him. Now we're following the Panzer 7 which of course is the weapons carrier made from the Panther Irons. T6 medium. T40 using the ground to good effect. Gets one in. And he picks up the kill. There's only 2 enemy left now. The T40, not the T40, rather the T6 medium and the AMX. And the T6, that's the one that killed, the one that that Angelina hit earlier in the game. And now the VK is hunting the Arty. Looking round. Found him. Oh, he goes in for the ram kill. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second-class tanker for Angelina75 of OLIMP in the Hummel. She managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she managed to get 8 in this one. And she also got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. And a win rate from that one, 1,999, which is very good. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see that Angelina got the 3rd highest damage in the game off this one. The top scorer was the 60G FT, managed 1,414. Second highest was the T6, the one who actually, I think that's the one who killed her. No, it's not. It's the other one. Sorry, the one that got killed last. And he picked up a Leather Slayer's medal for 1,204 hit points of damage. In 3rd place, we've got Angelina with 1,144. The last of the players to get over into 4 figures in this game. And of course, Angelina picked up the Confederate. When it came to kills, though, we can see it was actually shared between the Valiant, who got 4 kills, and he picked up a cool-headed and a steel wall out of that game. And on the enemy team, it was the T6 medium, the one that Angelina did hit, actually, because Yobtar was the one that killed her. But this one, Undying Lord, was actually the one that she hit earlier in the game. He, of course, got that Leather Slayers and 4 kills. And 2 kills went to Angelina, the M8A1, the T40, the VK3002M on her own team, and only the other T6, the one that killed her on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, Angelina's in third place because the top scorer was the Valiant with 1,026, the only one to get over 1,000 base. 602 went to the VK3002M, and Angelina picked up third place with 593. Angelina fired only 12 rounds in that game. She would have fired more, but I think, as she said, she used too much W key and actually moved beyond the bush. And the moment she went beyond the bush, she was spotted by that T6 who was waiting, and he managed to put a round straight into her with it was the high explosive round. That's why it actually hit her and blew her up. 3 direct hits on the enemy, but none of them penetrated. She did get 10 splash. 1,144, all of it at more than 300 meters. She received 1 hit from the T6 medium. It penetrated, and it was a high explosive round, which is why it blew her to pieces. 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 kills. So there's the Confederate. 165 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns, and that's why she only got a second class. Not enough assist out of that game to make it higher. On a premium count, Angelina made 72,589 credits out of that game, so it was good performance on credits, and she did get a 50,000 credit bonus as well. And she also picked up 4,447 experience points out of that one on a ×5 day. So it was good results for credits and for points. And she did get a generally good result with some of her shots. Nice shots out of that. But sadly, I'm afraid it means Talon won the competition for this week because he got a second class bruiser and Confederate like Angelina, but he got 2,178, whereas Angelina got 1,999. So she was just behind on the win 8. But Talon is being so nice and caring for Angelina that he said that she's going to get the lion this Sunday morning. So in a few hours' time, when, of course, they do have, well, I think it may have already happened, actually. But Talon said that, yes, Angelina could have the lion, but she's not well at the moment. And I totally understand that. Good performance by Angelina. Very close to getting a win outright, but sadly not to be this weekend. But she will get the lion regardless, so that she can recover. Hope you enjoyed those games. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.